Lady Macbeth of the Mtsensk district was written by a 26-year-old Dmitri Shostakovich. He wrote it in different locations across Russia in the early 1930s and then played two major theaters against each other, the Nemirovich-Danchenko Theater in Moscow, the place to be for avant-garde opera, and the Mikhailovsky Theater, the opera house in Leningrad. In the end, the opera was performed in two different productions in the two places within 2 days in January 1934. Incredible.
This is a fascinating, unbelievably powerful piece, and I think of all the composers whose work we're looking at, I mean, Shostakovich's work being banned quite shortly after it had this double premiere in St. Petersburg and Moscow, banned in the country where it was performed, it becomes an intense political statement reflecting what was happening in the Russia of that period.
Stalin was not very happy about this opera and its subversive subject matter, and was disgusted by it, and actually for a time destroyed Shostakovich's career. This type of theater was unseemly, disgusting. Shostakovich had found the story in Nikolai Leskov's 19th century novella, illustrated by his good friend, the painter Kustodiev. In the novel, Katerina Ismailova is a bored housewife, unhappily married to the merchant Zinovy. While he is away, she falls in love with his worker Sergei, and together they murder her controlling and terrifying father-in-law, Boris, after he becomes suspicious. When Zinovy returns, the couple kill him too and plan to marry. In the novel, Katerina is shown being taken over by her passion, going as far as killing a child to remain in possession of her husband's estate and being able to marry her lover. But Shostakovich softens this aspect of the story. In his opera, we feel for Katerina, we understand her boredom, and we can't help but empathize with her suffering. In this first aria, Katerina is alone in her bedroom. When we hear the title, Lady Macbeth of Mtsensk, it conjures up all kinds of images. But she hasn't committed murder yet. We have tremendous sympathy for her. In this aria, she's lamenting her loveless, stifling marriage to the boring Zinovy and the intrusive watch of Boris, her controlling father-in-law. Boris is a horrific personality and is making eyes at her all the time. There's an element of abuse or potential abuse that is there from the get-go. After witnessing a fight between Zinovy's workers and the newcomer Sergei, she wishes someone would pay attention to her and comfort her. This Sergei will eventually become her lover. She sings this aria. She talks about the animal kingdom and how they mate, and why can't she do the same, frankly? But it's set in the most gorgeous musical environment with these very, very dark chords. Very Russian it is. She sings this arching melody. Arches again. Such a fantastic melodist. We don't expect that from a supposedly modern composer. But things heat up, and she says, "No man stretches his hand out to grasp me. No man presses his burning mouth on mine." And then she goes up for the big high note. It's as if she's a burning cauldron and things are just simmering and waiting to explode volcanically. Shostakovich conjures this up with very, very simple means, quite simple chords, but accelerating the tempo, then slowing it down, and then accelerating the tempo again. And we're left with a very, very uneasy feeling about what's going to happen to this character. But she inspires our sympathy. She really, really does. She will go on to kill not only her husband, but her father-in-law, and somehow we'll enjoy the journey.